number 26, forward Aaron Grant.
Welcome to STSPN. We're live here at Glacier Peak High School today for this soccer match tonight, starting at 7 p.m. against Glacier Peak and Arlington. Arlington Eagles, Glacier Peak Grizzlies, and we're going to have a national anthem here sung by Josh St. Marie. So be right back for that.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great rendition there by Josh, and while that was going on, you can probably catch our camera circling left to right, right to left across the Cascade Mountains there. And when we got all the way down to the left, we were actually facing Glacier Peak.
Yes, we were.
And this beautiful Glacier Peak High School looks out over that mountain range right at Glacier Peak. And you can see the last bit of snow from the recent snowfall. And this is probably the last weekend there's going to be any skiing up there in those Cascade Mountains, but lots of happy skiers out there doing that and getting their old skis out so they don't get their new skis all busted up. So down there on the field today for the refereeing task, in the middle of the field we have Dave Augustavo. And on lines today, we'll have Tom Gerard and Randy Kohler. Talking to Dave earlier, he says he's going to call it like he sees it, and he hopes he sees it all. And one of the things he said, which I really liked, and I'm sure all the fans out there like that as well, he says if any player gets injured out there or looks like they're injured, he said to the coach, you just come running out to take care of your kids. He said, don't wait for me to call you out. If you think he's injured and needs help, just get out there, and we'll worry about restarting the game after that happens. So 40 minutes of soccer here, Arlington against Glacier Peak. Arlington coming into this game 3-2-0 in the conference, 5-2-2 overall. And Glacier Peak coming into here 4-1-0 conference and 6-3 overall. So these kids are getting ready to see who's going to move up or move down. GP coming off of a 3-game win here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. GP's ranked 5th in 3A behind Shorecrest, Shorewood, Meadowdale, and Edmonds Woodway. And then we're off for soccer starting here right now. Stick around for some exciting action here as Glacier Peak is looking to move in. Little high throw up top, so in a quick discussion with GP varsity coach Kyle Veach earlier, he thinks that Arlington's going to be really strong on defense. They don't give up a lot of goals, so he expects to have to work hard to get that ball up into the front playing position. And we'll see how that works out for them here tonight. As right now they're still doing some pretty good passing, pass to White, pass control, ball control.
Kind of testing each other's...
Yeah, checking out to see who's going to be able to do what here. But Nice little try to drop back there by Roddy Prescott. Didn't happen. There's a long ball up over the top. That's going down the far side. And look at Wyatt Miller heading off to get that ball, but doesn't get there quite in time and lets it go out of bounds on the far side, which would be a Glacier Peak throw-in. So from down there, a lot of these kids can throw that pretty far up in front of the goal, and it's almost as good as a corner kick if they do, and this time they just dropped it off. And here's a shot that's going to be up in front of the goal, right to the goalie, and I think he got it or got close to it as he had a little collision down there with Alec Bergstrom. But goalie possession will be a goal kick. Looks like it's going to be a goal kick, but the goalie's not going to take it. It's going to be done on the far side over there. Arlington varsity had 18 players on their team, but they've got 2 players that aren't going to be here tonight, and 4 players total. 2 players aren't going to be here, and 2 players that had to go to Grandma's funeral. So they're down to 14 players here tonight. But all these kids are in pretty good shape. Shouldn't be a problem to go the full distance in this game at this level. So we'll see how it pans out for them. As GP again comes up with the challenge and quickly loses it, but back control again. Near side here to Jesse Granados, loses the ball back. There's an attack by Arlington. Thwarted momentarily. Back in possession. Now GP takes it away. Long ball over the fight here to Riley Prescott. Riley trying to set something up as he moves inside. And there's a long shot on goal, far wide left. First sort of attempt on goal, but worth taking, I think, as Riley went across the middle and took an open fire there. 35-30 left on the clock in this first period of 40 minutes of soccer here. Coming off a nice day of weather here in the Seattle area. Highs in the mid 50s, 60s later in the day. And looks like there was a handball possession change down there, quickly handled by the Grizzlies as they moved into play. Nice passing over there on the far side. So, like to see good passing, good possessions. My big comparison in soccer is compare it to basketball. I like to pass in basketball, but you don't like to pass it to the other team. So it's a little more difficult when you're catching it with your feet and kicking it with your feet. But at the same time, it's the result that has to happen. So you have to catch it, pass it, and keep it.
And dribble it, which I didn't know it was called dribbling.
And dribbling, just like in basketball. There's Cage Robert going across the middle, drops it off the far side over to Wyatt Miller, trying to set something up. Lead ball up the far side, and it goes out of bounds. That will be a Arlington throw-in. So a start of an attempt there by the Grizzlies to get a little offensive shot, and just kind of went awry and it went out of bounds. And it's running all the way back there to the far fence. That'd take 30 seconds or more to go get it and come back with it there. Good long throw in this. Like I said earlier, if he was throwing the ball in down by his goal, he could actually throw it into the goal on that kind of a throw. That was a good 30, 40
I think he was
yard.
throwing it with the wind.
Well, he was, but he still had a good long throw even with the wind. So if he's down there near his goal, he could throw it into the goal from that sideline position, and he probably would try that if they get an out of bounds down there. And there's the ball being kicked far down the field. That might be a call to jump, but Arlington got away with that.
What'd you call that?
I kind of jumped on his back, but he got away with it, and then he knocked down.
I thought there was some official term for jumping up in the air like that.
No, he just kind of jumped on his back, and the referee kind of let it go. GP gets the ball in down far side. Coming near side over here to Jesse Granados. Long flying ball, and that he's offside, but they didn't call it over here. But it didn't matter. as the ball is bouncing loosely out there in possession of Arlington. Near side over here to Austin Kramer. He tries to move downfield and gets the ball taken away down there. Nice temperature for playing soccer out there.
Not so much for play-by-play.
Not so much for play-by-play. As long as the wind doesn't blow, it's going to be fine. So we're sitting in the 50-degree range here. But when that wind blows, it drops it down about 5 degrees. Prescott on the far side looking to set something up in the middle. Here's a shot toward the middle, way far, going across field and out of bounds on the other side. A little bit too much giddy up on that one, Mr. Prescott. So Riley like to have that one back, I think, unless he might have been thinking about curving it in a goal and just didn't quite get the hook on it he wanted. Can't blame him for trying if that's what he was doing there. Another long throw in on the far side, picked up and controlled by GP momentarily and still. So GP for the most part has had the ball down here in their offensive area for this first 8 minutes of the match so far, as we're coming up on the 32-minute mark here. Here's another shot in front of goal, quickly defended, kicked out. Here's a shot potentially on goal off the back of Arlington. Drop back in the middle again. GP, there's a shot on goal, and that was, that's off the top bar. That should go in, and it does. And that's number 19, Alec Bergstrom, with the goal there for GP. After that nice little shot off the top bar, bounced down in front of the goalie, and the goalie just wasn't able to recover quite good enough to do that. And that was Nick McDonald down there, just not quite quick enough to get on that ball. And nice control by Alex there to not panic and kick that ball in a big rush, because he had all the time in the world to miss that. So 32 minutes left to go in this first period.
I see the scoreboard is not working again.
Scoreboard is not working in terms of the score, but the score will actually show up if you pan to that and the to-go position down there and the ball on position. So the to-go is the number 1. That means GP has 1. And the ball on is 0. That means Arlington has 0. So that's where the score is going to show up down there tonight, because the guy that came in to fix it didn't fix the whole thing apparently. So the guest recording score section does not work.
I think that thing is broken more than it's fixed.
I wouldn't swear to that, but it could be. Nice long throw down to the goal there. Off GP, out of bounds. We'll get another Arlington nice long throw here. That throw is going to be taken by number 18 there, Sam Nelson. Picked off by the Grizzlies, but lost the pass out to midfield back to Arlington. Little boot ball going there now. Nobody's really controlling it until right this very moment. And there's a sail down the other side, still not controlled. Kick ball, not pass ball, and that ball's knocked out of bounds on the far side by Arlington. It'll be a GP throw-in. That ball rolls back to the fence line there, where a big red heart shows up as a tribute to Marysville Pilchuck by these GP athletes here at Glacier Peak High School. Long feed down, and Rowley was close to being offside, but wasn't. He gets to the front. He's going to get to center, and he's got somebody in there. And I think, no, it did not go off of blue, so it went out of bounds off the end line, and it's going to be just a goal kick there. But another close attempt for a shot on goal there by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies 1, Arlington Eagles 0. 29 minutes left to go in this first period. Grizzlies do have more possession time on their end of the field, I believe, than I've seen the Arlington boys do. But Arlington does stack their defenses. I see they're running all 4 defenders back. They're into the defensive position. They're their midfielders are dropping back into full defense, so trying to get into prevent defense mode here. And prevent any more scoring by the Grizzlies. So far, ball is not really being controlled by anybody over there as they kicking it around, and finally, GP gets it out to the middle there. Over this side to Jesse Granados. Back in the middle to Connor Seed there as Connor's trying to get something done, and Connor kind of put his hands right on the chest of Sergio Hall and got away with it there, which is not a good thing to do, but didn't hurt him, didn't knock him down, I guess. So not exactly not physical. And there's a long ball down the far side. And quickly back to the middle there. That's Alex Bergstrom trying to control the ball. Back over here to Connor Seed again. Connor going to take a little lob up in front. Didn't quite get it high enough, but he had somebody running there. Header by Connor. And ball still back in control of the Grizzlies here. Connor Seed again looking up to feed forward maybe. Yes, long ball up, and that's going to be offsides over there. That was Wyatt Miller just jumped up a little bit too quick.
He was going deep.
Yeah, he's going deep. I wish there was no offsides call in soccer because I think it'd be a much more exciting game. One of the rules that could make it more interesting for the fans. But I don't know anybody ever going to change soccer rules unless the media decides they're not going to broadcast the games anymore because they don't have any fans. But apparently there's plenty of fans watching soccer out there, both at this high school level, the college level, and the pro level. So pros get at least the Seattle team gets the place filled up every game. So there's enough people who want to watch it play. And it's fun to watch, especially when they're playing good and doing a lot of passing, pass white to white, and set up some plays if you understand the setting of the plays, which you're trying to do right here, and some good passing. As the ball goes across the middle there and almost lost and was lost, as Tucker Davis was getting a little too cute with the ball there and lost it. But
he was getting cute with it?
Getting cute with it, kind of get tricky with it there, trying to outmaneuver his opponent. And sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But it's always fun to try. No question about it. So before this game, there was a JV game between Arlington and the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies won that game by quite a large margin, a number which wasn't recorded on the scoreboard, but it kind of goes to show the strength of the feeder teams for the Grizzlies section here and the number of players they have feeding in, because they had a much, much stronger JV team than Arlington did. To the full extent that they actually scored, I think, 14 and 15 goals to nothing is what I understand it was, but they didn't really score that off. And here's a good shot down here by the Grizzlies. If they can maintain control, they did not. There's Spencer Pettit with a nice header over the top there. Ball swinging down here to Jesse Granados. There's a long ball that's going to go right to the goalie. A little bit too far there, Jess. So Nick McDonald, goalie, with a nice long kick. A little bit of a breeze behind him. So we got Grizzlies pulling drop back into the far side here. Switching sides of the field, which is commonly done to get the ball cleared out, get the open man. Here's a chance for a long drop down. He drops it back to Jesse. Jesse drops it up front. Out here to Riley Prescott, and Charlie's going to try to go to middle, and he lost it there. No, I guess that was an out of bounds, so must have lost that in the vision view here. Spencer Pettit with a nice header and a nice long kick. It's going to go right into the hands of the goalie down there. And if that were baseball, that would be a can of corn. Big high fly ball to the goalie. Connor Seed feeds forward, not quite far enough to get past Kramer Austin there. And there's one down far side. Spencer Pettit doing a little blocking out there as he moved down and gets the ball fastly into the hands of the goalie. First attempt that the Eagles have had to even get close to a goal here for a while. But they were getting down there on that end of the field. Long ball still inbounds down here as Danny Herrera drops it back to his goalie Nick McDonald there. Nick getting set up to give it a rise. A little backspin ball off the head. Connor Seed there and back in control of the Grizzlies. Wyatt Miller on the far side trying to do something with the ball. A little quick drop step. Back drops it back to Connor Seed. Cage Robert did not see that ball coming by him, but got it back. There's Prescott on the far near side here and try to go down the middle again. He gets knocked from behind. Now they're getting a little shove and pushing, and the referee says it's all right. Play on. Play on, not calling anything there. Letting the boys go. A little bit of hustle. Nothing flagrant. There was a handball. He's going to let that one go too, I think. I thought it was a handball from here. He's looking right at it. Inadvertent. Sometimes the referee has that freedom to call inadvertent. So looks like substitution. Connor Seed leaving the game. Miles Johnson, sophomore, coming in for
Grizzlies, Miles Johnston.
for Glacier Peak here. So there's that long throw in down the line. Little head bouncing on the ball over there as that ball goes out of bounds, and it will be a Glacier Peak throw in. 21 minutes and 20 seconds around that neighborhood left to go in this first period. As the ball's dropped back in there to Miles Johnson, who just came into the game and lost it on the feed in. And luckily we had a little Grizzly come across, and there's Arlington getting a chance to get a shot, did not get to control. And the ball's dropped out here to Jesse Granadas. Up front here to Cage Robert as he's going to try to feed it forward. Did not get it through there to Wyatt Miller because he got blocked out on that pass. Big long pushing going on over there with Spencer Pettit and one of the Arlington boys as that ball goes off the end line, the sideline. I guess maybe, I'll see, it looks like they're setting up for a quarter there, so that must have gone off the end line, off of Spencer. And this is really the first attempt here for the Eagles to get a shot on goal, and if they can get that ball up in front of the goal and get it dropped down, almost anything can happen here in this soccer game. So here comes the kick. It's up. It looks pretty good. It's a little bit far on the long side, a little bit too far long to get it dropped in there. And Spencer Pettit picks it up and kicks it on up the field. Didn't go out of bounds as the Grizzlies control the ball again here. There's a feed through, and that's Alex Bergstrom heading down the corner to get the ball. Centers it up there, and just barely off the feet of the Grizzly player down there. The right kind of bounce could have been a goal. That wasn't. And again, the Grizzlies maintaining strong offensive presence here on the field as he loses the ball out of bounds over there. Bail out by the Grizzlies. Get it upfield. Nice pass over here to the near side. Wyatt Miller calling for the ball on the near side here. Looking to feed forward. Feeds back to the middle. Tucker Davis in there for the Grizzlies. Back to Riley Prescott in the middle. There's a feed down here to Wyatt Miller and a cross. And could have been a goal there as the ball was delivered right on the money to Alex Bergstrom, who scored that first goal with 32 minutes left to go in this period, and just got too much on it and bounced it up over the post and out the back and down off the track. So a nice attempt on goal there by the Grizzlies. Nice feed. $19:22 left to go in this first period. Grizzlies leading 1-0. If the camera swings to the scoreboard and you see the scoreboard, the 1 is on the to-go spot and the 0 is on the ball-on spot because the clock is not working. So
No, the clock's working. The
scoreboard part of it's not working for the score, but the clock part's working.
Although one of the numbers is hammered.
Although it's not perfectly working, technically speaking. Close enough we can read it, as it does read 17:48 at this moment. As Arlington has control of the ball here. And the sun is sinking slowly into the west as we feel the temperature drop, the coolness of the breeze dropping. But right now, no wind blowing, so that's a good thing. That ball is going to go out of bounds. Linesman's not signaling. Kind of looking to the referee out there. Dave Augustus saying which way it's going. Guess the linesman didn't see it. Prescott back to the middle there. To Tucker Davis. Davis across. Oh, nice defensive play there by Arlington. But almost had control of it, and they do get control of it. There's a long ball kicked up and the lob over right to the goalie down there for GP. I believe that's Jean Norfishan. That ball is going to be headed out of bounds down there by Wyatt Miller. Will be a Arlington throw-in. Glacier Peak's got a couple of kids that I know of that are going to college and a few others waiting to hear. Spencer Pettit out there, number 9, is going on a football scholarship to the University of Nevada. And Riley Prescott, senior, who's number 10, when he was playing left wing over here. I think he's back in the mid now. Riley's going to Carroll College. And Kevin Duwan. You know where Carroll College is?
Well, Carroll College, that's where Nick Hensley's going.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So do you know where it is?
He plays football for Carroll.
Is that back in the Midwest somewhere?
I have no idea.
Know where it is? Not sure where it is either.
You shouldn't have asked me where it was because I sounded like I knew something when I said that Hensley was going there.
Yeah, well, you knew something, but you didn't know everything. That's okay. Spencer Pettit fighting for the ball down there as he lets it roll off the end line for a goal kick for the Grizzlies. And one of the other seniors, Kevin Duwan, is going to Kenyon College. And I don't know where that is either, but I think that's back in the Midwest somewhere. So
I think the wind is shifting.
Wind is shifting?
Coming towards us?
Well, it's kind of, the flag's kind of hanging there, like not blowing at all right now. So.
Well, but I feel something hitting me, so.
So somebody was breathing on you, right?
Yeah.
There's a substitution going on there for the Grizzlies. I missed who it was, but 14:40 left to go in this period. See if we can spot who's different out there.
You know, that hot dog is sounding really good about now.
Hot dog sounds good. It was good. I had one before the game here. Nice hot dog. Nice big long hot dog. Worth the money. Support your Grizzly Booster Club. There's a nice long ball, and that ball is going to be cleaned down here to Wyatt Miller if he can carry it past and get a chance to pass through. He did carry it through. There's the ball up front. Shot on goal down there by Riley Prescott. up and
that was
over.
good for 3.
Good for 3 through the football goalpost and all the way back to the far fence and out. So, no good.
Into the game now for the Eagles, Skylar Burdick.
Eagles just made a substitution in there.
Skylar?
Where's Skylar Burdick, number 23 for the Eagles, right there, smack in front of you, right next to the referee. As we're looking for a throw in here from Connor Seed as he drops it quickly in there. Gets it back, heads for the corner. I'm going to try for center, and does. It's up in front of the center, but right to the goalie. And just like that, had a chance for another goal if he'd get it hooked a little bit back into the direction of Cage Robert, who was charging the goalie at the time.
He was charging him?
He was charging in at the goal.
Letting him know that if
He's coming, yeah.
he even lets go of that ball at all,
Yeah.
it's all over.
Yep. Don't let go. I'm coming after you if you let go. There's another long ball, but Prescott was definitely offsides, and now the referee calls him offsides. A little bit late on the call there. In fact, I'm not sure whether the referee didn't call that or not, and then the linesman kind of agreed with him, which happens sometimes in this game. The linesman doesn't know for sure what's happening, because that was a late call. Ball's in the midfield here as Grizzlies fighting for possession, lose it back to Arlington. Over to Sergio Hall as he tries to get it forward and loses it off to the far side of the Grizzlies. Grizzlies defense playing pretty strong in there, not letting these Eagles fly into the goal at all. There's one crossing. Over to Luke Larson as he forwards it up and drops it back in the hand of Stephen Capone. Stephen trying to do something here as the Eagles are getting up in front of the goal with a little pressure, but cleared out by the Grizzlies. And once again, they're running up the far side of the field and controlling right through the referee's legs as he jumps over there. And unfortunately, that ball is lost by Connor Seed as here's a runaway shot, and this is going to be tough. Look out. Oh, good job by the goalie. That should have been a goal for Arlington, and that was a definite defensive letdown by the Grizzlies, but unfortunately for Arlington. And here's a one-on-one with the goal, and Connor Seed's going to try to get that shot off. If he does, he pulls out. He's going to try to set it back up for a center. Back to the middle. Out there to Connor. There's a shot on goal wide by Connor Seed. That was number 7 wide. Ball's defense now as the goalie McDowell goes back and gets one of them. Doesn't bother to get the other one because he only needs one. And jogs back up here. Put that ball down for a goal kick. And we're looking at 10-20 remaining in this first 40-minute period here with the Grizzlies leading 1-0 on that score by Alex Bergstrom at the 32-minute mark of this first period. Could have been a couple of shots on goal possibilities here for the Grizzlies, and certainly one for Arlington. So this game could be 2-0 or 1-1, depending on how the bounce of the ball happens, and it's bouncing in front of the Arlington goal right now as the Grizzlies are maintaining pressure up in front. And there's a loose kick out to the goalie there by Cage Robert. Ball control down here to Wyatt Miller, near side, feeds it forward there, and that's Bergstrom trying to get to it. Didn't quite get to it, and we're going to have a sub here, 3 subs coming into the game for the Grizzlies here. You can pick up their numbers here in a minute. Looks like 26, which is Aaron Grant. 18, Devin Potts.
Aaron Grant.
And
Devin Potts.
And
J.J. Deuce.
And J.J. Dewson was the third player to come in here with this 9-10-minute mark left to go. Nice defense there as the Eagles ended up with 5 back in full pressure defense. That ball rolls out of bounds over here off a Grizzly. Quick throw in there by Arlington's Sergio Hall down the line as he still controls it and dribbles down the sideline. He's going to try to get across, and a little slide tackle there by Jesse Granados kicks that ball off the end line, and I think that's going to be just a throw in. But as I said earlier, these kids can throw that ball all the way up in front of the goal, so that throw in from right down there is just as good as a corner kick as this clock runs down to 9 minutes and 3 or 4 seconds here for this throw in. And a good throw in up in front of the goal should do it. He's got it up there. Missed the head of the and there's a errant kick on goal going out the far side over there by one of the Arlington players there. I think that was number 9, Danny Herrera. So it'll be a Grizzly throw in this time on the far side, and a scoring opportunity there for the Eagles did not materialize, as the did not get a dark blue shirt head on that ball. And if you're watching this in living color, which I'm sure you are, it's Grizzlies in white, all white, and Arlington Eagles in all blue with white stripes on their shirts. So blue and white.
No, their numbers are yellow.
And their numbers are yellow.
You see how how the scoreboard here kind of helps that out?
Yeah, actually their numbers are probably gold, but we'll let you call them yellow.
Gold.
You can call them yellow if you want.
Well, Eagles are yellow and gold, right? I mean,
blue and gold.
Yeah.
So I think gold
kind of helps it out there. It kind of tells you.
Yeah, it does. You got it on the bottom of the screen there, and so they're coming down to close to the 5-minute mark here. Another long throw in by the Eagles, booted out of there quickly. Handled midfield there by Alec Bergstrom.
Eagles need to be putting a little bit more pressure on them here late in the half.
Putting a little bit on them, yeah. There's a ball knocked down on the far side over by Kristen Day, who's new in the game here. There's a ball going up over the back of the player's bench. I thought for a minute it might sail over the fence and down into Never Never Land over that hillside. On its way.
Where they were chasing the convict last week?
Is that where one was?
Oh, yeah.
Was he back down in there?
Yep.
Wow. Did they catch him?
Well, were you here for all those sirens that were going off over at the baseball field?
No, I wasn't here for that game, no.
Well, all those sirens at about 4:30. Later on, about 6 o'clock, I heard it over the scanner. I came down here. They had the command center set up at Glacier Peak.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get this fugitive that had escaped down into the Cathcart landfill.
Down below the hill there, huh?
Yep. And they never did get him. I mean, they got him a couple days later, but they never got him when he was down there. And they did the search with the helicopter and everything for from about 4:30 until midnight.
Huh. Well, that's pretty dense and thick down there, so if he found his way down in there under some brush, they probably wouldn't see him unless they had a heat seeker.
Well, they did, but they couldn't find him.
Didn't find him, huh? Well, maybe he
They call that FLIR?
FLIR is a visual heat sensor, so you can
in the helicopter.
Night vision.
Yeah, they had the forward-looking what?
Forward-looking infrared radar, which means they can kind of see in the dark. But a heat-seeking detector would just detect presence of physical bodies or heat.
Yeah.
Which they couldn't see anything and just get a spot on the screen. Here's a almost shot on goal after an errant cross down there. That's about as close as I've seen Arlington to get for a while, except for that one breakaway. And that young man for Arlington, if he'll turn around here, I think he's number 2, yeah. So that was Kramer Austin, which could have scored a goal there for the Eagles. Yeah, a lot of excitement if you're chasing a criminal down in the gully over there.
Yeah, they had about 30 cop cars.
Yeah, well, they didn't get any of the cops down there.
Well, no, they had dogs and cops and everything down there.
Yeah. Oh, there's a little push off. He did not call it because he's going to let advantage go. Now he's going to call it after the second push off. So that's going to go against the Grizzlies. Didn't call the first one because of advantage, and then he called the second one when he got his hands on his back again. So
Well, you know what they say, you keep doing it till they call it, right?
Well, yeah, it didn't hurt him the first time. Second time it did. So free kick here. It looks like it's going to be taken by Carter Mooring, and he's going to be able to put that up in front of the goal from there on the 50-yard line, and he does. It's going right at the goalie, and he jumps up and gets his hands on it but did not catch it. Referee's going to call it interference, and they're going to give the ball back to the Grizzlies there because there was interference with the goalie. And it's going to be a free kick down there for the Grizzlies, and Spencer Pettit bops it out quickly to the far side. And the Grizzlies move up the far side, trying to get something on the offense going here with 3 minutes left to go in this first period of soccer here at Glacier Peak High School tonight. And looks pretty intense over there on the far side. Little contact here and there, a little passing here and there, but nothing really developed out of that. So net ball's out of bounds on this side, off the foot of Kramer Austin there for a Grizzly throw-in. Going to be a pushing call, I think, on the Grizzlies there, as that ball's nicely settled down all the way down. Pass inside there by Connor Seed up front. There's a feed through. If we see if we can get the race going on, looks like Arlington's going to win the race. And boots the ball out of bounds on the near side here. I think looks like Arlington's going after it, so it must have gone off of Aaron Grant as he was running down the field there. And we're down into the last 2 minutes of this first period of soccer here today. So the clock on the field is stopped, as is a reference point for fans only, and the official score is kept on the field by the referee. Grizzlies in control here. Still in control. Trade back and forth a couple times. There's a long ball on the far side over here, as Jesse Granados is trying to handle the ball forward. Does so up there to Devin Potts. That ball's going to go off the end line and going to go off a Grizzly, and that will be a corner goal.
Corner kick to be taken by Spencer.
First corner kick for the Grizzlies here, and that ball's back, way back out back there, and Spencer Pettit's going after it. Doesn't seem to be any real big hurry to get it, as that 2-minute clock is winding down. And I suspect by the time he gets this corner kick off, we'll be pretty close to the end of this first period. Spencer is a good corner kicker and a good football extra point kicker, as he is. Oh, that ball's right down in the middle and missed everybody and going off the field on the far side over there. I cannot believe that ball missed everybody, as the Grizzlies quickly get it back in, trying to get the ball up front and center again. Good defense over there on the far side by Sergio Hall to bounce that ball out of bounds on the far side. And I think the ref is signaling that that is the end of the first half. So
That's the first half.
we'll take a 10-minute break here roughly, as we get ready for the second 40 minutes of this contest here between the Grizzlies and the Eagles at Glacier Peak High School. Grizzlies 1-0 with a goal at the 32-minute mark by Alex Bergstrom. So we'll be back shortly. Hope you'll stay with us. All right, back here live for the second half of this Glacier Peak Grizzly Arlington Eagle soccer match here. This is Ron Henthorn along with Todd Helbig here, running the camera, running the big board. Got his mouth full of hot dogs here. We'll get things going here. Grizzlies up 1-0 on a goal at the 32nd minute remaining in the first period here. 1-0. And if you're just joining us, the scoreboard over there says 1-0 on the to-go ball on side. So it's not working on the actual score part where the guests are. Nice night out here as the sun has dropped off in the west with a big golden glow. Probably see those pretty pictures on your newscast tonight of that sunset. Big orange sun out there tonight. And temperature will drop accordingly from those mid-60 temperatures during the day today down to the 50s and 40s in some of the outlying areas here. Sound like a weatherman, right? Grizzly is in possession down here going left to right in the white.
You are the weatherman.
And they're attempting to throw the ball up in front of the goal. And this headed out by an Arlington defender there, bouncing up and down in front. Still not controlled by anybody yet, as the Grizzlies trying to kick it through forward and finally booted back out there as Tucker Davis tries to control it and does, gets it back inside. And there's a little shot across the front to goal, defended by Eagles quickly.
What do you call that, ping pong?
It's a little bit like ping pong or that other game where they have the steel balls in the cage, you know?
Or steel balls in the cage?
Steel balls on the table, you know?
Oh, you mean like, yeah.
Yeah, you know the name of that game where you have flippers on the sides. Oh, nice attempt here by the Grizzlies. And the shot on goal, and it goes in. And that was, I think, number 7 down there, Wyatt Miller, with that score. Nice little pass through, and a good left foot shot. Let's see if that was.
Second goal scored by Kevin Dewan.
Oh, it was Kevin.
Assist from Alex
Number 8, Kevin Dewan scored that goal with 38 minutes remaining in this second final period here of this game. So Alex scored at the 32nd minute remaining of the first half, and Kevin scored at 38 minutes of this second period here. And a beautiful left foot goal it was. So gives Arlington something challenging here to work on. They need to get much more aggressive as they were in the second half of that first period. Seemed to have let down a little bit on defense, but we'll see if they can pick it back up here. Nice night for hot chocolate, which they picked up from the concession stand up there. So,
is our tent going to blow away here?
I don't know. There's a little more stronger breeze coming up than we had there about 10 minutes ago. That flag is sitting out there almost 90 degrees from the white pole it's hanging off of.
How about the STSPN flag that's up on the hill there?
The one that's up on the hill on the truck? We can't see that on camera, so it's blowing from the left to right as we're looking here. But little gusts of wind, not a strong wind one way or the other. So keep this temperature going what it is for the next 35 minutes here. And again, there's a trip as Wyatt Miller was dropped down on about the football 20-yard line there, and that's going to be a free kick for the Grizzlies. If I had to guess, I'd say it might be Spencer that's going to take it, but we'll see who's setting up to take it there.
Looks like Spencer kind of a long ball guy.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to let Connor Seed take this little kick. So Connor, the attempt here is to kind of like get all those guys from left to run in there, and then he just blew it into the goalie. Oh, and there's going to be a call down there as the have a Grizzly player down on the ground. Let's see who that is. He gets up quickly here as the ref goes over to check him out. Can't quite see who he is from here from his front number. So,
And that was a good hot dog.
yeah, you enjoyed your hot dog?
Oh, that was good, especially with the.
You put cheese on it?
I'll put cheese on it.
Put cheese on it, yeah. Well, you had a cheese dog then. That wasn't a hot dog. So, yeah, that I think that was Kevin Ramsey. Who's that? Oh, 19. That was Alex down there. Alec Bergstrom, who scored that goal earlier that got taken down there. He's up and he's all right. Here's a nice quick cross in there off an Arlington player. And again, the Grizzlies challenging and threatening to score down there as they get the ball up in front of the goal. Out to the near side here. Lost up the middle there. A long ball. And there's a fast young man who's going to race Spencer Pettit for the goal. And Spencer's going to take him down and out. And he does. Nicely done by Spencer there for defensive play as he was beaten on the speed. But got there as the Arlington player slowed down. I should have caught, I think that was number 7 there. Sergio Hall that just
Ooh, there's a
could have
Spencer
taken
kick.
a shot. Yeah. There's a long ball. That ball got up and got caught in the breeze a little bit. That's a good 60, 70 yards in the air.
Wow, that's Spencer for you.
Yeah. Clear it out and clear it up. That ball is going to get drifting. That had a little curve on it as it caught that cross breeze coming left to right as we're looking in here. Quick throw in there by Kevin Duan. Lost the ball in there. Eagles looking to run it down here. That's number 4. He's going to try to drop it back and cross. And he's going to get beat down there by Tyler Mikulski. Tyler's calling pushing, but it didn't happen as it went out of bounds off of Tyler. And a quick throw in down there, headed up in front of the goal. Ball's way up in the air. Connor Seed tried to jump under it, missed it, and there's some hanging on down there. But that ball is dropped out of bounds here on the near side by Wyatt Miller. Oh, referee's out there talking to one of the Grizzly players who appears to be slightly injured. That's Tyler Mikulski. Tyler seems to be all right, and the referee says, hold on a minute here. And he says, okay. Tyler looks okay, and they're going to get the throw in here. Nice wrong throw in off the head of, nice play by the Arlington Eagles there, but that ball is still being possessed by no one until right now, and Arlington does pick it up in the backfield there. And up the far side, lost it to the Grizzlies. And a long ball. The Grizzlies playing boot ball, not pass ball, as they boot it clear down into the hands of the goalie on the long ball. And those attempts usually don't amount to anything except loss of possession. Connor Seed up the middle here, controlling the ball. Back off the near side here. Kevin Duan back to Connor. All across on the far side over there by Connor. Ball going up into the middle.
Oh, I think I saw a check there.
Yeah, a little body contact, a little body check off down there against Alec Bergstrom as he was trying to get the ball. Little body block on the far side over there at Ronnie Prescott as he knocks the ball out of bounds. He wants to throw it in, but not. Ball's cleared in easily to the Grizzlies. Back in the middle there and over the near side here as Kevin Duan drops it up. Far side should be a cross in there, and it was by Wyatt Miller right into the goalie's hands. Well done by the goalie at that point. And here we go. Arlington has got 3-on-2. If they can have numbers, they can get it through, and he gets it out there, and then that's going to go in. And just like that, a goal by Stefan Capone at the 31 minute of the second period here puts Arlington on the scoreboard.
Stephen Capone.
So the PA announcer calls him Steven, I'll call him Stefan, but he probably doesn't care as long as he made the goal. And that puts Arlington on the board. That was a nice offensive run. 3-on-2, just a little bit short of the goal coming out there to pick up, goalie to pick up on that one. So Grizzlies cannot relax at all now that they've given up that goal. 30 minutes left to go in this first period, and just like that, Kevin Duan gives up the ball, but they get it back, and they give it up, and they still give it up. Now they may get it back. Now they give it up, and Arlington has the ball under control now. We'll see for how long. He'll pass forward up the near side here. Being challenged and knocked down. I think the referee's going to call something there, but he doesn't. A lot of hands on the back. I would have called it, but they didn't. And there's a long ball going down the far side. There's another big check bump down there. And as Wyatt Miller gets his hands on the defender, and there's a nice cross by the Grizzlies into the hands of the goalie down there. That's some good strong play by Wyatt Miller. And again, the Grizzlies maintain possession on the far side, being challenged over there as that ball goes out of bounds for an Arlington throw-in. New life here for Arlington after that goal there just a couple minutes ago. Is there little jumping, bouncing, kicking around, no control. Eagles do have it now. Sergio Hall maintaining control in midfield there as a strong midfielder. Tried to get it back to Sergio, did not get it. Now he gets it. Now he trips and falls. And the ball's still in play. Pass to the referee, and he didn't want it. And that ball's sailing down the far side there. And in the Grizzlies' offense there. Ball centered. Could be a shot on goal here, maybe. Ball's back out. Grizzlies trying to set up something as they move the ball across field there. And there's a long ball down the far side of the field down there, and it should be a center. And I think it was either out of bounds or a handball. Let's see where he puts the ball down. He puts the ball down. It's going to be either off. I think that was offsides. I looked down here at the referee on this side. One of the Grizzlies was offsides over here, so that attempt was thwarted by the linesman call of offsides. Good move there by one of the Eagles on the far side. Oh, there's a ball that's off the body of number 5 over there, Jesse Granadas. Be a Arlington throw in, and again from right there at that 10-yard position, he can throw that ball up in front of the goal. And he's got Stephen Capone up there in front of the goal, who scored that last goal, and here comes the ball in. Headed up in front of the goal. Stevens trying to get in front of it, and he doesn't quite get there as the Grizzlies clear the ball out. And again, an opportunity there for the Eagles did not quite materialize. As the Grizzlies are controlling the ball down here, and there's a long lobbing ball up over the far corner by Connor Seed, and nobody was over there. Connor probably thought somebody should have been, but wasn't, as that ball went out of bounds on the far side. And be an Arlington throw-in. 25 minutes remaining in this contest here tonight. Grizzlies 2, Arlington 1. A little good ball handling down there. And I think that's going to go
Was that like a trip?
against Arlington there as the referee goes over to talk to him.
Says no.
Says, yeah, talking to Jay Westerwell. Jay for a knockdown.
We don't do that here?
We don't knock down.
Free kick
So,
by Alex Brewster.
So Alex Bergstrom will take this free kick, left foot up in front of the goal, and it's curving in there. Let's see who can get a head on it, and the Grizzlies do, and it's off the goalie's hands over the bar, and that will be a Grizzly corner kick. Really, really nice effort there, an attempt to get that goal by the Grizzlies, and a good defense by the goalie there to get his hand on that and knock that out of there, because it would have been in otherwise. So another scoring attempt here for the Grizzlies as they take a corner attempt here.
Grizzly corner taken by Alex Bergstrom.
And Alex Bergstrom is going to take this corner as a left foot kicker he is, and it's up there. It's far wide, and it's off somebody's head and in. Let's see who that was. Looks like it was number 7. Is that right? Is that Wyatt?
Grizzly goal scored by Wyatt Miller.
It was. Wyatt Miller scores that with 25 minutes left.
So Wyatt's got 2 goals.
Wyatt's got 1, Kevin Dewan's got 1, and Alex Bergstrom's got 1. So 3.
I thought maybe Miller had scored 2.
No, he's just got 1. So Grizzlies are back up there with 3 goals now as they maintain possession and takeaway there at midfield. And Grizzlies didn't let down at all as they had a couple of good attempts on goal there. And like I say, those corner kicks are scoring opportunities. And Grizzlies 3, Arlington Eagles 1 here at Glacier Peak High School tonight. This is Ron Henthorne and Todd Elbig here bringing you this great broadcast in living color, high definition.
Living color. It always reminds me of the old Peacock, or what is that? The
NBC Peacock,
yeah,
living
yeah.
color. Yeah, we're in living color. We're in high definition. And, well, you know, I just thought about that. What's the difference between living color and dead color, you know?
Yeah. In living color.
As opposed to dead color. I was
Well, maybe it's living black and white because it's action, right?
You got me. Somebody thought that living was a good adjective for color, but I don't think color's alive. Well, you know, some people think it is, I guess, if it's bright enough. So, bright color.
That's before they had probably thin, yeah.
Artificial
turf.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew what you were trying to say. Grizzlies get control of that ball again as they pass it out to the far side over there.
Uh-oh. Offside?
Offsides Grizzlies, yep.
Come on.
I think they're going to call that. Not sure.
Say no, thank you.
I think they called that on Kevin Dewan, getting anxious to get up there and get another score, and he's got one earlier. So,
I really want to plug this camera in.
Plug it into what?
Into the broadcast, but I have a feeling that if I do, it'll just...
Centered ball by the Grizzlies on the far side. Back center and off the end line.
I think it was blocked by a... Oh, no.
It did not touch the Eagles there, so it's going to be a goal kick there for Arlington Eagles here as we close in on the 22-minute mark remaining in this final period of this match here tonight at Glacier Peak High School. As the sun is going down, it's getting darker, playing under the lights. Here's a shot on goal, but it's a little bit wide, and the goalie's coming out, and he takes a nice dive at that ball just at the last minute. And well done. Well done. And half a step more, we'd have had Stephen Capone in there for a potential goal shot. And the Grizzlies get the ball quickly down on their end of the field, and there's a quick knockdown by the Eagles as they, I think, put who was that they knocked down? Was that Spencer? No, that wasn't Spencer.
Yellow card to the Eagles.
Ooh,
and he got
Nielsen.
yellow card.
He got yellow carded. Spencer Nielsen got yellow carded. Is that what he said? Or Sam Nielsen. Was that number 18?
Free kick taken by Riley Prescott.
Riley Prescott will take this kick for the Grizzlies as we close in on the 20-minute mark here. There's the goal. Oh, it's off the heads. Oh, really nice defense there by Arlington. And we got numbers. We got 2-on-1 against Spencer Pettit, and he's going to go 1-on-1 against the goalie. That's going to be a chance. And it is as they carry it in. The goalie's crying out for offsides. He doesn't get it. And it looks like they're going to count that. And well done by Arlington to take off and run on that. And good defense by the Arlington Eagles.
Goal scored by number 10, Larry Norris.
Larry Norris scored that at the 21-minute mark. So, just like that, Arlington Eagles are back in this contest with 19 minutes left to go, and you cannot let down at all in this game defense-wise. So, little wake-up call there for the Grizzlies as they let that one get away from them.
Well, they had too many people forward.
They had too many forward to get the goal, and then they had a breakaway play down here with advantage Arlington, and not sure whether there was anybody offsides or not, but the goalie thought there was, and there's a handball there that was just not called by the referee as Kevin Duan kind of caught that with his shoulder and his arm. There's a long feed downside, and it's going to go to the goalie as Spencer Pettit does the blocking exercise there for the Grizzlies. There's a long ball by the Grizzlies down the far side as they're looking to maintain that, and sacrificed out of bounds there by Arlington defender. Be a Grizzly throw in on the far side. Long throw in down the line. Defended well by Arlington and cleared out, but nobody's got control as of yet as that ball goes down the far side and out of bounds according to the linesman over there. And looks like it's going to be a Grizzly throw in the way they're addressing, and it was. Ball in the middle of the field, not in good control there by the Grizzlies as they lose it again and again. And Arlington again has got a chance in numbers, and there's one over the head, but quickly defended by the Grizzlies this time and carried out of there. And that's going to be a pushing foul there as Hayes Robert gets nailed down by the Eagle defender. And Eagles playing a much more aggressive here the last few minutes, hadn't warranted that goal as the Grizzlies are down here, but a chance to score and quickly throw the ball up in front, and the goalie gets it as an attempt on shot there by Riley Prescott. Does not develop into anything like a number on the scoreboard. And again, the Grizzlies pick up the defense here and gather the ball back and seem to be playing with a little more intensity than they were a little while ago here. But so far finding their match here with the Eagles here in the last 5 or 10 minutes here as we close in on the 15-minute mark, with the Grizzlies holding on to that 3-2 lead. As it says 3 to go and ball on 2, which is the score over there on the scoreboard. As the camera swings in that direction, you'll see that. So a free kick on the far side here, and that looks like Spencer putting it in the goal, and it did go in, didn't it? It did.
Spencer Pettit.
He did that the last time we played this game.
Amazing.
Spencer Pettit with a field goal.
You gotta love that guy.
At the 15-minute mark.
Grizzlies' fourth goal scored by Spencer Las Vegas Pettit.
Spencer Las Vegas Pettit, he says on the PA announcer there, Spencer going to Nevada, Las Vegas to play football. And just like that, I love those long kicks. And we saw that Out
Or
here,
football.
well, we saw that at the last soccer match.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Last year we saw one, didn't we? Yeah, last year we saw Spencer do that once last year when he was a junior. And now we see it as a senior, and he's going to be a happy camper because he's going to.
We're going to miss that guy.
Yeah, we're going to miss him for soccer, and we're going to miss him for football for sure because he's holding some high school records for football field goals, no question about it. I think his longest was like 54 yards, I think, for a high school, right? So,
yeah, it was.
It was I think a high school record. I'm not sure if it was.
I think it was too.
If it wasn't, it should have been, and well deserved by Spencer, as he's scored a lot of field goals and a lot of extra points for the Grizzlies the last few years of his football season as a junior and a senior. There's a attempt on goal by the Grizzlies. Kicked off of a Arlington Eagle there, out of bounds, and will be a corner kick, and looks like it's going off the far side. Spencer will go do that. And Spencer again, if he can curve that ball up in front of the goal, was another scoring opportunity here for the Grizzlies. So a little excitement here in the last few minutes of this soccer match, and that's always good for soccer and for the fans. There's that ball, a little bit long, but just quickly off of, I think it was, looks like it was off of Grizzly. It was close down there to see. So it's going to be 0 attempt at a goal and a corner kick by the Eagles. Doesn't quite get out too far, but far enough to where the Eagles still have control of it there. And we're going to get Wyatt Miller called for shoving in the back there as the referee out there, Dave Augustavo, kind of starting to take control of the physical part of this game a little bit by calling that one and giving a yellow card out earlier against the Eagles. So that ball's kind of bouncing up in front of the goal. That was
kind of scary there.
That was a little scary because that was off a Grizzly as it kind of got a side ball kick up to the goalie, and there was an Eagle running right in there. And his talons ready to pounce on that one. I think that would have been Stephen Capone who would have had a shot at that if he hadn't got it right into the hands of the goalie. "12 minutes and 45 seconds in this contest. Grizzlies up 4-2. Ball booted out of bounds off Arlington over there. Grizzlies drop it back in here. Tucker Davis controlling momentarily. Again, inbounds play back to the Grizzlies. That ball did not do anything except go down the far side and out of bounds way down on the far side, which will take a little 20 seconds off the clock for him to catch that ball and bring it back as it rolled all the way down to the far end of the track to the fence. He's got a nice little sprint getting back here and probably come back to about the football 10-yard line to throw that in. And he does. He gets a nice long throw. Good 25, 30-yard throw, but only drops it into the hands of the Grizzlies, or the feet of the Grizzlies in this case, as the ball's on the near side over here. And Grizzlies trying to get the ball back to where it's center. This ball back in the middle. Grizzlies still passing and controlling nicely. Back on the far side over there. Good ball control by the Grizzlies here as they're moving the ball nicely and into the middle. See if you can drop it back into the middle again without losing it, and unfortunately lost it as it goes off the sideline on the far side, but it will be a Grizzly throw in. Good ball possession, good passing over there, well done. Just hard luck did not get back up in front of the goal, but Grizzlies still have control. Seem to be controlling a little better now as the ball's in midfield there by Tucker Davis. Back coming far side all the way across here. Drops down in front to Kevin Duan as he feeds it back into the middle. And defense by Arlington. And that's going to go against
somebody.
Oh, he didn't call that. That was just a real shove down there. And Kramer Austin gets up limping a little bit, but gets back in the game. And there's a shot on goal over there as I was looking down to get Kramer's name, and somebody got a goal over there. And let's see for sure who that is.
Grizzly goal scored by Connor Seed.
And it was Connor. So Connor gets a goal out there at the 10-minute mark. So Grizzlies have 5 here with the 10 minutes left to go in this match. 5-2. And that end of that play I saw, and you probably saw it on camera, but I was looking down at the score sheet here as Connor had a nice little cross shot for that goal. And lots of happy Grizzlies here tonight. At least 5 that have scored so far. And they're looking to try to even get another one with a lot of time left in a soccer match to score, with this clock rolling down here to 9:30. And
Let's go!
Arlington was in this game at one point here in the second period, 2-1, but gave up a couple of goals easily, and 3 matter of fact, so it's 5-2 here. And the haze is on the hills as it's getting dark, as sunset around here is 8 o'clock, which was about 15 minutes ago.
And it's chilly.
And the chill is starting to drop in here now. But this game will be over in 9 minutes and 40 seconds, and we'll head for a warm car. How's that sound?
I'm liking that action.
Maybe a cold
Hey,
beer.
you're coming to do one of the games on Sunday, right?
Yeah, I'll do the first baseball game on Sunday. We're going to do Shoreline Community College baseball on Sunday, doubleheader.
You're doing the first one?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, I can do the first one. You got somebody doing the second one, or either one?
Well, I'm hoping that I've got Scott.
Have you heard from Scott?
I did.
What did he say?
He said he had to check with the War Department. I mean, I don't want to say.
Headquarters? Had to check with headquarters? Well, let's hope that he gets free, and if he wants to do one or both, or we can both do the first one, he can do the second one.
Oh, I don't think he can do 2. Just like you. I mean, it gets to be a long day.
Yeah. So,
Of course, I'm doing 2.
yeah, but you're not talking a whole lot.
No, that's right. I'm probably not talking at all.
And
Make a better broadcast.
takes a little research to get all ready for these games and find out what's going on. Arlington hustling down here in front of us here, trying to get the ball inbounds as it bounced over the fence into the walkway between the stands and the track. And referee's holding up here for substitution, as I think the Grizzlies are making a substitution. Looks like number 16 is going off the field. He isn't clear off yet. So Tardo Mikulski left the field for the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies are running downfield again here. And there's a good run there by Wyatt Miller. If he can get the ball and centered it, and he does, it's up, over, and beyond the far part of the goal.
Out of the, off the field.
Yeah, really, really, really good effort, though, as the Grizzlies are subbing a couple more players into the game here. As the clock ticks down below that 6-minute mark to 5 minutes 50 seconds here. And no reason why they shouldn't let every one of those kids that are sitting over on the bench putting their time in, playing and practicing to get at least 5 minutes into this game if they haven't already. So, oh, there's a big trip right in front, and you got to call that one. As Devin Potts was tripped and dropped down there.
Grizzly free kick taken by Kevin Dorn.
And Kevin Dwan's going to take this free kick, and again, he's going to try to put it up there in front of the goalie. And lucky bounce, lucky header, and whatever goes, this could, no, it's way over the goal and out.
Well, I wouldn't really say that was way over the goal.
Well, not way over, but it was over by about 2 feet, 3 feet, too high to have any good results from.
Well, but he didn't get a field goal.
He didn't get a field goal, no. But, Grizzlies still trying to maintain some possessions here as they've got more all the substitutions in the game they're probably going to make here as time's running out. As the major players are not in the game now. As Miles Johnson's in the game for the Grizzlies there. Spencer Pettit's out. That ball's going to roll free up to the goalie. And so far, I don't think there's going to be any add time to this game, nor do the Arlington Eagles really think they want it at this point as we're coming down to the 5-minute mark. Although anything can happen in 5 minutes, goals can happen.
They can happen in the last 5 minutes?
They can happen quickly. You don't know it. And sometimes you just, fluky things happen and you get a goal. Or you can get a penalty and get a goal. So I wouldn't count them out of the game, although it looks pretty bleak at 5-2. But I wouldn't count them out of the game until we get down to probably in the 2-minute mark for sure. And then it's going to be tough to score 3 goals. But they could easily score at least 1, maybe 2 in the 4 minutes remaining. As throw in on the far side down here by Cameron Miller for the Grizzlies. And a center up in front blocked out by the Eagles and kicked out of bounds on the near side here for a Grizzly throw in. Closing in on that 4-minute mark here tonight. And again, here's a quick throw in. And there's a ball up back in front of the goal. And the Grizzlies keeping control there as number 11 fires it out to the far side there. That's Tucker Davis. Look out here. Oh, that neither player got that. One of them was going to get it, and the slide tackle missed, and that ball was saved. But the linesman finally says it went out of bounds, but and they're going to play it out of bounds. Substitution in here for the Grizzlies as Tucker Davis leaves the game. And it looks like number 4, Quinn Inglis, senior here for Glacier Peak, is in the game for the last 3 minutes and 19 seconds. And there's going to be some pushing and shoving there by number 12 as the Eagles did a nice job of moving that forward there, but didn't get the goal. Subs are in this game here. That's number 7 out there, Sergio Hall, that was pressing hard and getting pressed hard, but still did not get the goal as the Grizzlies defense tightened up down there in the front. There's a shot on goal, and that's going to go in. And like I said, you never know.
You can score goals in the last few minutes.
You can,
I didn't even know that.
And I think that was Stephen Capone again. So
Eagles' third goal scored by Stephen Capone.
It was. So it's his second for the night with 3 minutes left to go in the game. So it's 5-3. And they scored a goal in 2 minutes. They could score a goal in the next 2 minutes. So even though the Grizzlies have put all their subs in there, except they got Spencer Pettit still out in strong defensive mid there.
Final 2 minutes.
They're down to the final 2 minutes here. And there's a long ball going down and kicked out of bounds on the far side by a Grizzly defender there. It should be an Eagle throw-in. And like I said before, from that position on the field, those kids at this level can throw that ball up in front of the goal, and any particular weird bounce can happen down there, and he does. And it is barely off the head of an Eagle, but then finally kicked by the Grizzlies. And there's a bicycle kick, I guess, and that's going to be actually offsides called against the Eagles there.
A bicycle kick?
Bicycle kick, which is kind of like up and over your head behind you. So not seen too often at the high school level.
Is that Spencer out there?
Yeah, it's Spencer.
Here it goes.
Spencer's going to boot it all the way down the far side of the field again. 60-yard boot with that little round ball. And strong pushing and shoving here as that ball is going to get called a push-off against the Grizzlies here for a free kick, but they're going to have to bring it back a little bit here closer. There it is. That's number 15 there. Carter Mooring going to take this kick up, well up to the goalie. Goalie better get under it. And he does, gets blocked out a little bit. And the ball is kicked off. And Arlington is saying it was off of Grizzly, but the linesman's saying no, it wasn't. Maybe they're just pleading their case, trying to get a corner over there. But we're into that final minute phase of things now. And Grizzlies have that 5-3 lead, and that quick goal didn't happen on that one, and getting less likely that it'll happen at this point as the Grizzlies maintain control down to the far side of the field. And there's a big collision down there, and no call as the referee says play on, and there's a little pushing and shoving and a little grabbing, and the ball's out of bounds on the far side. So there's a ball that's going to get booted by the Grizzlies down the near side. Double teamed by the Eagles and taken away. And a little pushing and shoving going on down here as Kevin Dewan's going to get called for pushing, as had his hands on his back. Eagle quick throw in here. Not a throw in, it's a free kick, so number 14 didn't know what was going on there. Edgar? Yeah. Edgar Escalano was a little confused. And there's a Grizzly kick right to the goalie, or Eagle kick right to the goalie. And you never know. That was a long enough kick that quick goal could have happened right then. But I'm guessing that by the time this ball gets back in play here and the referee turns around, he's going to check his watch here, and I don't think there's going to be any add time, although he's not looking at it yet. It's going to get close as that ball goes down the far side. Still in play, but goes off the end line down there. And
gotta love that Grizzly scoreboard.
Yeah, well, it's doing the job.
Got some lights on.
It's keeping the score and it's keeping the time, so we're good. All's good. I think the referee should be looking at his watch, and he does blow it, and there is the game. So the Grizzlies, on 5 goals, win this game 5-3. So we're getting loud music here. We're going to have to drop this broadcast, and we'll catch up with you at. Am I off?
Yep. We'll see you later. Good night.
Good night.